Real quick, I want to do a fair use. Yeah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. I want to give all praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah HaKodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. To the elder apostles, bishops in Connecticut, the bishops, the preachers, the teachers, the evangelists, in the four winds, preaching in truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, Shalom. To the Israelite foreigners, who phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father, and have come back to the fold, Shalom. To your sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. This your brother Ram Yahawada with the lesson. And as you can see, it says Live Science. And this is livescience.com, where I got this off of. And it says the Earth, planet Earth just had a freakishly short day. But the fastest day of the year is yet to come. And this was posted a couple days ago. Right? It's 10th, July 10th. It says that the 9th was unusually short thanks to changes in how fast the Earth is spinning. But 2 other days this summer are expected to even be shorter. Right? It says Wednesday, July 9th is predicted to have had been an unusual short day, lasting 1.3 million seconds less than average, as the Earth spun faster on its axis. However, even shorter days are yet to come. July 22nd, August 5th, expect to lose 1.38 and 1.52 milliseconds. Respectively, right? According to timeanddate.com. Okay. I maybe need to look that up. Timeanddate.com. Okay. But why are some days getting shorter this summer, and how will it affect us? Right? So, ultimately, it's the Lord, right? Yahweh, Basham, Yahweh Shai, Basham, Rakakwadash, we already know. Yeah, so I put the shortest day in year 2025. It says in 2025, the shortest days of the year in the northern hemisphere will be December 21st. It says in the date of winter solstice, this day will have fewest hours of daylight, which normally that has that anyway. That happens anyway in the winter. Yeah, but it's also saying additionally 3 days in the summer. See, what, July 9th, which we already read about, July 22nd and August 5th. See, predicted to be shorter than average due to Earth accelerated rotation. Right? See, so this is the time that so we're dealing with Jacob's trouble, our temptation, and shorter days, less time. So you don't have much time to get out the BS, man. To put aside your because the Most High said, let us reason together, and so we're coming up with the facts. These are things. These are good reasons to reason. With the Most High, you know what I mean, and see that it's time to get out of the wickedness, man, because judgment is coming. Yeah, this is Isaiah chapter 1 verse 18. Come now, and let us reason together. Right, and this is a good time to hey, come on. We can see the things what Trump is doing, right? Alligator Alcatraz, bringing in military, pretty much in every city. So we know that's like a soft lockdown, soft what do you call it? Martial law, soft martial law. But they're preparing for something. Obviously, you can see. I mean, it's not going to stop at just immigrants. We know that this is, it is what it is, right? The days are shortened, so his time is shortened. Matter of fact, even Redacted said something big is about to happen, and Trump is losing time, is running out of time, right? It says and that's just common sense. These are heathens. You as so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, you better read the room. You better pay attention. Right? And it says, yeah, come let us reason together, says Yahweh, right? Which means he exists, the existing one, which is the Father, right? The one that's outside of time, the Ancient of Days, right? Right? Through his only begotten Son, which is Yahweh Shai, which means he saves, right? He is salvation, right? Yahweh Shai. It says, though your sins, right? You've sinned a numerous amount of times, but the Lord, he ain't just casting you away. Come on. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. He said, man, you're guilty, man. Scarlet, meaning red, right? And when you go into the word red, right, it's actually going to go into it. Right here, it says, they shall be as white as snow, though they be red as crimson. Crimson goes back to the word crime, criminal. You guys are linked together, joining hand in hand with Esau in this world, right? Satan's world that he's ruling, right? Your adversary, your enemy is ruling this world, right? And you joining hand in hand, the wicked will not go unpunished, because if you are not letting go of the things of this world, hey, you're going to be caught red-handed. You're going to be known as a criminal, red-handed, crimson criminal. They shall be as wool, right? And that's only if you come back to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? You know, and which ultimately still got to be, you got to be the elect. But hey, what chances do you really have? The only way out of here is up, right? And those what they call UFOs, which are really the chariots, the vehicles of the Most High, right? And His only begotten Son to come to deliver, to save, to be the savior of his children, of the elect, right? What choices do you really have? The government, right? They show you they'll cut you off. Medicaid, whatever aid, they cutting it off. You know what I'm saying? Right? All the aids, they cutting it off. Even school. Yeah. What happened to the children are our future, you know? We are the world, we are the children. Right? What happened to that? They're cutting. Hey, no program, no after school program, man. Forget about it. You might not even put your kids into school this year, bro. Then this next year, man, things is about to get hectic, man. Time is getting shorter. If ye be willing, right? See, if you be willing and obey, right? What are you obeying? The law, statutes, commandments, right? And the faith of Yahweh Shai, right? Ye shall eat good, the good of the land, right? Because we're pretty soon people are going to be starving. But the Lord said, my servants serve the Lord. My servants shall eat. While the rest of the world are going to starve. They're going to thirst. They're going to hunger. They're going to wonder what this, and that. And they're going to be wondering, going back and forth, not having no understanding. With no one to help them. But if ye refuse and rebel, see, and it's just plain and simple. Let us reason together. But if you refuse and rebel, ye shall be devoured with the sword. Right? Plain and simple. Right? And the sword is Esau. Right? Which is the wicked, which is thy sword. And according to was it Malachi 1:4, Esau is the wicked, the border of wickedness, right? For the mouth of Yahweh have spoken it. See? And that's it. There ain't no coming back. The Most High said, hey, you're gonna rebel, you're gonna be wicked, you're gonna do your own thing. All right, you're gonna be destroyed by the sword. That's it. Right? How is the faithful city, right, which is you're Jerusalem, right? Jerusalem, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, that's who you're meant to be. But how is the faithful city, Jerusalem, become an harlot? See, joining hand in hand into this harlot, the mother of harlots. America, Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, joined into this place. You are a harlot, right? And was full of judgment, righteousness, logged in it. Now murderers, right? See, and that's hey, and now that's all you are. You're just murderers now, right? But the Lord said, hey, come let us reason together. You've been murderers, thieves, doing all these other different things. Come back and follow me. Obey me now, right? Because what? So Psalms 18 verse 4 says the the sorrows, right? And that's what the Lord said this is. This is going to be the beginning of sorrows. The beginning of sorrows is about to happen, man. Death compassed me, and you're going to see a lot of people dying, dropping dead, which that's already happening, man. They're talking about they're flying planes over the ocean and dropping Israelites out of the plane, right? What you would call so-called Mexican, Cuban, Colombian, so-called black, so-called what is it? Mexican, right? Dumping them out in the thing and out in the ocean, let them drown, right? Dumping in the alligator Alcatraz, which now they said it's infested with insects, with bugs, some type of critters, right? It's infested with bed bugs and critters or something like that, right? Hey man, you better reason with the Most High, man, right? Because death has compassed me. And the floods of ungodly men, see, and that's what's coming, man. That's what these are, man. Right? Because another word that they call them was stormtroopers, right? Like a storm, a flood, like what happened to Texas. It was a flood, a storm, a flood, and that's what they are. They coming in as stormtroopers. Flood, military, ice, coming in cold, having no pity upon you, right? And the flood of ungodly men made me afraid. See, and this is the time that it says men shall be afraid, right? And go to Second Ezra, right? But you might have to get that real quick. Yeah, because let me get that real quick. Second Ezra chapter 15. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And see, right now it's like a soft martial law, but then it's gonna be into a hard martial law, which basically that's what they said that they're using the Palestinians as an example of how to use all that equipment, right? That Palantir and Skynet. What is it called? I'm trying to think of the other one. Well, of course we know the gospel that they have. The Hopsur, which basically mean the gospel. But there's another one too. They call it But yeah, well, I'll look it up another time. I'll have to look it up and bring it out another time. For because of the pride of the cities, right? And that's what a lot of things is. Nah, man, I ain't going nowhere. I gotta. But the Lord said for us to be pilgrims. So forget your city, man. Forget your pride. Forget your home. Right? That's what the Lord said to them. Hey, when you see the armies come past you, don't go back. Right? Flee into the mountains. And now we don't have necessarily the mountains to flee to, like that, into another country. But you can go to the country lands. You can stay low. Right? Just moving. Hiding, staying out the way, because that's ultimately all we have, faith. Because the Lord is going to lead you to where you need to go to keep you out the way of these people, these ungodly men, right? It says, but a lot of people, they're gonna, I love my city. I'm L.A., I'm New York. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going nowhere. I'm saying? I've been in Harlem my whole life. I've been in Compton my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody finna take. All right, well, for the pride of the, for because of the pride of the city, shall be trouble, right? The houses shall be destroyed. See, now what you gonna do? The house that you lived in is gonna be destroyed, or it's gonna be come in, and the military are gonna use your house for a facility, and you're not gonna be able to use it, and they're gonna come in and kill you, rape your woman, rape your children, and then kill you and eat your food, eat what you have, right? Leave you as dung upon the ground. Hey, these are things that's about to happen, man. That's what he said. It said, death has come past me. A lot of people are gonna die, man. Right? And houses shall be trouble. Houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. See, even a man is gonna be afraid in that time, man. Come on now. Men shall be afraid in that time, right? And men shall be afraid. So even men are going to be afraid, huh? Yeah, continue on. Back here, Psalms 18:5. The sorrows of hell compass me about, and hell meaning what? The grave, the dead. It's the dead, the grave. Hellish conditions, right? A bad time, an evil time, hell compass me about. And snares, right? Palantir, right? That's supposed to be open surveillance, right? Because that's basically what the gospel is. The hapsur, right? And they've been using it on the Palestinians, and they're using that to sell that product to other nations, so they can use on their citizens, which allows them to be tyrants to their citizens, to force them to behave in a certain way. Right? That's the thing that's coming to this place. Snares of death, man. And that's what that is, man. It's going to be straight up a snare of death. Right? You're going to desire to go into another city and shall not be able. And if you do try, it's going to be a snare of death there. Prevents me, right? See, it's going to prevent you to going from this place to this place. What do? Right? In my distress, right? And this is what you do. Well, that's if the Lord said, if you change, if you come to me and obey. And in my distress, I called upon Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakadash, and cried unto my power. He heard my voice, right? On the elect, man. You got to truly believe and call on Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai out of his temple, right? And your body is a temple, so hey, you cried out of his temple, right? And my cry came before him, even into his ears, man. And that's what you better hope that happens. But if you don't have a defense, you don't have the power defending you. You didn't reason with the Most High with the time and everything that's happening. We got to get back to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because this is Revelation chapter 12 verse 11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, which is Yahweh Shai, man. By the blood of Yahweh Shai, we're trusting and believing that the blood of Yahweh Shai covers us. Not to just continue to sin, not to be like T.D. Jakes. You know, if I was, it covered me anyway. Nah, man, you can't be the bottom, you know. You know what I'm saying? And willingly sin and think that, you know, you could just keep on, you know, the Lord's it's gonna cover you. No. Right? And by the word of my testimony, of their testimony, Salakia, by the word of your own testimony, but by the word of their testimony, Salakia, and they love not their lives, right? Because people are going to be holding on to this world, man. But you can't hold on to this world. They love, that's what I said, for the pride of the cities. They holding on to this world. You got pride in your city and this and that, man. They love not their lives unto death, man. If I gotta die, it's going to be on my terms. It's going to be on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's term. Because I ain't going to love this world. I'm going to represent for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. I'm going to speak Yahushai's words. Right? That's that testimony. Right? Because it's not our own testimony. This is Yahushai's testimony. These scriptures is Yahushai's testimony. Right? And that's the testimony we're going to speak. It says, therefore, rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Right? So it's time for, this world is coming to, this world, or this age, should we say, is coming to an end. Esau's rule is about to be expunged, about to be done with, put away. And then that new kingdom, that new heaven, that new earth is about to come. Wherein reigneth righteousness, man. The place that we ultimately long for. We beg it for it. We can't wait to obtain it and be in it and dwell in it, right? Place where we can actually rest. You know? Especially, when you as a especially Israelite man, we don't want much, man. Praise God. Have our children. And we don't want much. Right? Wisdom, knowledge, our wife and our children. That's it. All other things, like the scriptures say, all other things are gonna come. And obviously it is, because when it comes to when we rule, man, the gold and the silver and the diamonds and the jewelry and all the thing and the accolades and that's gonna come. Because what are you gonna do when we have the power? It says they should be willing in the day of thy power. So once you have that, man, forget about it, bro. So that's why, man, it's coming though. It's not here quite yet. We gotta go through some things, right? That's why it says woe, which is judgment. So judgment day is opened up. We're happy, but guess what? Judgment day. To the inhabitants of the earth, right? The whole earth, the world is finna go through a trial and a tribulation, man. Right? And of the sea, which means people, the devil, which means the false accuser, right? And that's ultimately how he's going to try to sneak in there. He's going to make some cues, thing, a false flag, some type of something, right? Real or fake, the devil, it's some type of twisted lie or something in there to do something, right? Because that's what he's doing. Though there are some, people who do sex traffic here and there, but the main culprit behind the whole sex traffic is Esau, the government that's trying to judge them for it, which that's crazy. And that's how it is. That's this guy. He's the corporate and everything behind it. Follow the money and you'll find Esau Edom. Just like Yahushua said, hey, whose superscription is on this coin? Follow the money and you're gonna find it's Esau Edom. That's why Trump don't want to release the Epstein files, because it all leads back to him, all back to this country, right? For the devils come down unto you having great wrath. See, now he's pissed off, and that's a good reason to be pissed off, man. He's being found out on all this bullshit. Now he's mad, right? Because he knoweth that he had but a short time. See? And that's ultimately what's going on. See, even right here, this is on redacted. It says something big is coming, and Trump is out of time. See? Hey, the time is short, man. Right? So it's like what something is big, and Trump is run out of time. Let's see what he's talking about.
BRICS was set up to hurt us. BRICS was set up to degenerate our dollar. And if we lost the the world standard dollar. That would be like losing a war.
This is shaping up to be a crazy week already. Bitcoin just hit another all-time high early this morning, 123,000. Right now, we are in the final battle to save the US dollar as we speak. It's like the final boss fight. On the one side, the United States, the other side is the BRICS nations, led by China, who are dumping US dollars and hoarding gold. So Trump right now is facing the battle of a lifetime because the world is shifting away from American dominance. Trump is throwing everything he's got right now, trying to stop the rise of BRICS, halting global de-dollarization before it's too late. And this week, right now, as we speak, is being called Crypto Week on Capitol Hill. It might be his last best shot with this strategy.
So we got into crypto not because it was like, hey, this is the next cool thing. We got into it out of necessity.
So we've got a couple of big developments on this Monday that I want to talk about what's happening on Capitol Hill right now. So as we speak, lawmakers are now debating a wave of new crypto bills, including the Genius Act, which is Trump's push to back the U.S. stablecoins with real clarity and real power. He's also backing the Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act, Anti-Central Bank Digital Currency Act, and the Clarity Act. So this isn't just regulatory housekeeping happening in Washington right now. This is economic warfare. And this is happening while China and the BRICS nations are launching a full-scale attack on the dollar's supremacy. So Trump is betting really on crypto to kind of pull the dollar out of its death spiral. And the way to do that is by using blockchain to extend American influence into the digital future. Stable coins, strategic Bitcoin reserves, calls to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world. This is his counteroffensive, and it's actually pretty damn smart. And by the way, journalist Whitney Webb on our show last year warned that this was coming. And I actually thought when she said it, I was like, wow, it's actually a genius move. She said this is likely going to be the only way to save the US dollar as the world's reserve currency, tying it to stable coins. Otherwise, it's pretty much going belly up. Now, if you're unfamiliar with stable coins, don't worry. Like if you're new to the crypto space, it's okay. It's a type of cryptocurrency, but they don't jump up and down in value like Bitcoin. They're called stable for a reason because they stay the same value, usually $1, by being tied to something solid like the US dollar. So instead of tying the US dollar to oil, the petrodollar, which is now being dumped, now you tie it to crypto. It's actually a really brilliant move. And then you declare that the US is the crypto capital of the world. And anybody who wants a stable coin then has to have it backed by US dollars. See how all of this works? So if you have one stable coin, it's like having one real dollar just in digital form. But let's not kid ourselves. This isn't coming from a place of strength, like the United States dollar is super strong. No, this is coming from a place that the United States dollar is bleeding as we speak. Since the start of 2025, it's dropped against 8 major currencies from a high.
Yeah, so this is Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash, from the west, which starting here, right? Started in New York, in so-called the Western Hemisphere, which is Harlem, New York, right? And this truth is spread all over the world, right? And his glory from the rising of the sun, right? So now it's all over the world, all over the globe. You got GMS camps all over the place. I mean, you even got IUIC, you even got ISUPK. They in major different places around the world. So the truth is out there, man. Right? So it says, yeah. When the enemy, right? See, because you got Trump, hey, see, they're running out of time. And it ain't necessarily just meaning the troop. They're running out of time to basically put out this digital coin. We're not doing it out of this because it's the next cool thing. No, you're doing it out of it's prophecy, bro. It's prophecy. Because the next thing behind that is putting it in subdermally under your skin, the biometrics. So we know that's all connected to the stable. It's going to be all interconnected to the stable coin. I mean, you could be foolish and believe believe something else, you know, like what's his name, Chief Ephraim, keep believing like Chief Ephraim, hey, you're gonna find out when the enemy shall come in like a flood, right? The spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall lift up a standard. See, and that's the time that we're coming into. Hey, it's like I said, it's high time for you to wake out of sleep, man. You can't be stupid and ignorant your whole life, man. Right? The Lord said He winked at your ignorance, but you can't continually being ignorant in a time that obviously they're showing you that everything's going towards this digital dollar. Now they're trying to make it seem like, oh my God, we have to do this in order for us to. So hey, everybody just jump on board, because else we're not going to have that American lifestyle that we had before, and that's probably most likely going to get a lot of people on board, because a lot of people are standoffish about this whole digital thing. So if you throw it out there like that, and you get an insider like the dude from Redacted, because he's definitely an insider now. Because before he seemed like he was really for truth, but really they came and had a conversation with him, obviously, because he's an insider now, right? Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 6. I'm just gonna read the NLT. It says but some their captives taunt them. They will mock them, saying, what sorrows awaits you thieves, right? And that's all America has ever been. You went around the world stealing resources and all these different things. You're supposed to be the richest country in the world, but somehow you just allowed yourself to be in debt and debt and debt and debt and debt. And now it's like, oh, we got to find some type of way to keep us to be the world currency, right? Now you will get what you deserve. See? And that's all that's happening right now. Right? You've become rich, right? By extortion, see? And that's what they've been doing. They've been going around the world extorting people, doing all sorts of things, right? But how much longer can this go on, right? And see, and this is where you at. In the KJV, I'm started. I'll just go on and read it. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say woe, which means judgment, to him that increaseth that which is not his, right? Which is extorting people. You've been extorting people, stealing people's resources, going around bombing them, killing them, just extorting them. Made yourself rich. Now it's like, oh my God, let's do this and that. And see, now it's a way to try to trick the Americans, because people have been standoffish about this whole digital thing, right? We're not used to that. Used to being able to grab something you could touch, you could feel, you could do this thing, Even now, like, yeah, they got people super used to your check get deposited right into your debit account, but hey, you could always go to the ATM and pull the money out. But then they even try to make it where you can only pull out only so much, so kind of get you more used to the idea of your money being somewhere you can't grab it, and which a lot of people is really hooked to that. You see so many people that at your job. I know my old job was like that. They was like, I don't even carry cash no more. I just keep my thing. And then he said, you know what? It's actually beneficial, because people will come on, hey, Unc, can I borrow some money? And I'd be like, I don't have any. He said, and people like that they can do that. I don't have any. Some homeless person come by, hey, anything? I don't have any. You know, so it kind of leaves you in that place where you're allowed to even be selfish. I don't have no money to borrow you, right? But then they came up with this other thing where you could send a person through either the Cash App or you got a green dot. If a person has another green dot card or another Cash App card, you can still send. They can borrow, right? I don't know if you could do it through Zelle or whatever, because I think it's more just like a payment. Can't really borrow. But for the most part, people like, yeah, I got my credit, and people hooked to that whole thing. But it says, which increaseth that which is not his, how long, and to him that increaseth and to him that layeth himself Salakia with thick clay, right? And this is just how you know that this is that place, because that's what China is getting rid of, because this place, because of the petrodollar, what the guy was just saying, this petrodollar, which is all a setup though too, because China has been dealing with that debt this whole time. So this dollarization is all a scheme between the elite. They know what they're doing. This is the world is a stage, man. This is just part of the movie, right? This is the stage. This is they're up front and center on the stage saying, "Hey, we gotta do this." But it's all, bro. They orchestrating this, man. Is what I'm trying to tell you, right?
Strong's H 5671. Afteet.
Aptit, but in a paleo, I believe it's abatyat. What the elder has said, it's abatyat, which means weight of a pledge, right? When you go into that weight of a pledge, it's basically like the same thing that you do when you go to a pawn shop. See right here, yeah. See, collect pawned goods. So it's like, you put something into the pawn shop, and you're expected to come back and pay for it back. You borrow the money, you do what you need to do, you work, whatever, get your money back up, you go back to the pawn shop and buy back your pledge, basically, sort of speak, and get back your thing. But if you don't get it, they'll use that and they'll just sell it. You'll lose that, and then I believe you still owe the money, right? So now you're really in debt, which that's ultimately what happens, right? Because that's when you go into the reservoir, heavy debt, right? Just go into it, yeah. Pledge for a debt, yeah. See, it's a thing that you give for debt, but it makes you where you have heavy debt. Pledge given for debt, yep. You just have debt. And that's where this place is at. That's where America's at, in heavy debt. So they're trying to show you, oh, China's dumping off the money, so we need to do. But this is all Putin and the elite. All of them have talked to him. They've talked to whoever the real guy who really run the world. He's telling them this. They devised this whole little thing. So it always seems like this. There's this beef, They deal with the good and bad paradigm. That's part of the Illuminati. That's the black and white checker floor that they have. It's the good and the bad, but really it all works for their evil, right? They're all Masons. Putin's a Mason. All of them are all part of the Masons and Illuminati. They're all interconnected, bro. So this is all a game. But the thing that's not a game is those missiles are really real. Those bullets are real, right? And if you don't shoot them off, the Most High showed you the chariots will come by and activate them. So this thing is going to happen whether you want to or not. Missiles are going to get shot off, and America's going to become the lake of fire, period. Whether you want it to or not. You know what I'm saying? If the angels got to get involved, this thing is going to happen, right? And it says, shall they not all take up a shall they not rise up suddenly and bite thee, man? See, this thing, and what's happening is this thing is gonna bite them in the ass, so to speak, right? Right? And wake, awake, right? And they calling everybody woke right now, and a lot of people are starting to awake, right? They're starting to see the BS for what it is. And shall vex thee, says, and thou shall be for booty, man, unto them, right? Which booty is what? A currency. It's money, exchanging, right? Because at the end of this whole thing, World War III, the third war, Esau is going to be a slave, and he's going to be booty, right? They're going to be slaves. The international banking family is going to be booty. They're going to be slaves. So suddenly, your debtors will take action, right? Because it says the hand of the wicked should come upon them, and it's not talking about wicked as talking about Esau. It's talking about the wicked as far as the people who have worked hard, enslaved in this place, that they're gonna realize that the Illuminati, the elite, the Rockefeller, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Oppenheimer, all these people all behind this, starting with all your so-called local presidents and prime ministers and governors and mayors and they're all interconnected with putting an illusion over your face, making you think you have freedom. And people are going to lose it. When you have nothing to lose, people lose it. And that's what's going to happen. People are going to lose it, right? And it says, because there ain't but short time. And see, because they got this short time, they have to put this illusion in front of your face. It says, to take, turn, they will turn on you and take all you have while you stand trembling and helpless, right? Because, right, yeah, so this is Job chapter 20, verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, which is talking about the Illuminati, the elite, right? The Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Oppenheimers, basically the Rothschilds, ultimately, shall be in straits. Straits is a place of difficultness, right? Every hand of the wicked, right, which is talking, like I said, it's talking about the workers. You regular blue collar, worker, right? Everywhere in the world, but mainly here in America, shall come upon him, right? They're going to come against the establishment. It says that they should not obey their kings nor princes, right? Matter of fact, let's get that too real quick. So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition amongst men and invading one another, right? For the lack of bread, lack of food. They're going to be fighting each other, race wars, or whatever thing they could just make up in their mind to be confrontational against each other. That's what they're going to do. And that's just what this is. Because the Lord said that he's going to bring division, right? Think not I come to bring peace, but division. So this place is all sorts of division, right? The Democrat against the Republican, even the mega people against the other mega, make America great again, right? Because of this whole Epstein file that this guy lied. Now he's making it up and saying that Hillary and all these other people made it up and they created it. But no, it was on your watch. You're the one who said you were going to bring it out. You were going to expose, right? You were going to drain the swamp, and you were going to expose these other people for pedos, right? But your name is involved, just like Elon said, because there was plenty of pictures with Elon. We seen that, right? So it wasn't like you didn't know this guy, and you went there around in them parties, and you went, hey, come on, man. So you definitely, You're definitely guilty. And that's what it is. Saying, yeah, because they're going to be invading one another, and they shall not regard, and this is the point right here, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the cause of their actions shall stand in their power. So they're not going to regard whoever the president, the prime minister, whatever, your mayor, your governor. People are just going to wild out because they say, no, you're a part of this thing, man. Right? We know you were all acting like you cared, acting like you were patriotic, and all to duke everybody into believing, let's just jump onto the stable coin, right? And basically that's what it is. They're going to be against their kings and their princes, right? You know, these elites, right? Let's go into that real quick, because it said the wicked, right?
Strong's H 6001. A male.
Amal.
A male.
I think it's Amal. If I'm saying it right, it's lucky if I'm not saying it right. But it's basically saying laborers, sufferers, wretched ones. See, that's you. You're the everyday blue collar worker. You're the one who's suffering, living paycheck to paycheck. And when you realize that Trump is an insider himself, which you should know that his whole cabinet is filled with billionaires, bro. How did you not go, wait a minute, whoa? Like, I don't see how the mega people didn't see that before that. Once you start seeing a bunch of billionaires, hey, you know they're not for you. They're not there to give you a tax cut. They're looking for their tax cuts and their things to them to make more millions. Because the crazy thing about a billionaire is he wants more money. Right? You're already a freaking... You can't even spend all the money that you have in your lifetime or in 20 lifetimes. You know what I'm saying? You can go 20 lifetimes and still wouldn't spend all your money, bro. But you want more. You don't want you want the little poor person to have nothing, right? That's what he said. You have nothing, right? Charles Schwab, you have nothing and be happy, right? That's the sentiments of the elite. So you could be a laborer, a sufferer, a wretched one, a laborer, a workman, a sufferer, a toiler, right? You're going to work out in the field. You're going to do all these other different things. Hey, and then they don't love you so much. Hey, they even taking the one people who don't mind working out in the fields so they can work a little money and send it back to Mexico. They're rounding them up to get them out there. So what's going to hurt your bottom line? It's going to hurt the grocery stores, which is going to make a makeshift man-made famine. Basically, that's what they're doing, because they don't care about you. Trying to force you, trying to trick you, trying to make you feel bad that you have to jump onto this stable coin, go onto this digital coin, digital dollar. Yeah, and it says, and when he is about to fill his belly, see, that's why you know he got but a short time. When he's about to fill his belly, the power, the Most High Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, shall cast his fury up, his fury, cast the fury of his wrath upon him, right? The Illuminati, basically the Rothschilds at the end of the day, shall cast rain upon him, which is going to be ICBM missiles, hot, hypersonic ICBM missiles. Oh, and not to forget the laser beam from the chariots, because Yahushai said he want to get busy, man. What will I if it already be burning? I want to get busy too. So they're coming to the war of worlds is about to take place, man. You're about to meet Yahushai, man. It ain't gonna be what a lot of you so-called Christians thought of, man. Yeah, he will. Yeah, rain it upon him while he is eating, right? While they're so-called enjoying the so-called spoils of the world. You know what I mean? Yeah, we got him. Everybody's getting chipped up. Everybody's down with the stable coin. Hey, yeah, well, okay. May power Yahweh Bashem Shai give them bellies full of trouble. See? And that's what's going to happen. Hey, that's what the Most High is going to give them, a belly full of trouble. May power, Yahweh Bashim Shai rain down his anger upon them. And that's ultimately what's going to happen, man. Via through the ICBM missiles and also the chariots, the vehicles of the Most High, the fathership, that these flying mountains, right? Because I believe it's in is it Zechariah? There's two flying mountains, right? Man. So these flying mountains and these little chariots, man, they're gonna get busy on you, right? Yeah, because it's their thing to escape from the chariots, right? When they try to escape the iron weapon, which are ICBM missiles, they're gonna get into the space stations and be in outer space, and they're gonna go into their billion-dollar retreats, billion-dollar bunkers, right? Right? A iron weapon, a brassen-tipped arrow. Whew. Right, yes. Yeah, that's some ICBM missiles. A brownish-tipped arrow will pierce him, right? Hey, that's ICBM missiles, man. Bro. Like this comes up in every conversation at this point, right? Because we're in this times right now. So, hey, you may get annoyed that it keeps coming out, but this is the time that we're living in. What are you gonna do, right? I say you could be Bishop Nate, believe what Bishop Nate says, believe what Chief Ephraim believes. What's his name? Which is weird though. That's weird. That's a weird thing though, because here it is: Sons of Thunder, Chief Ephraim, what's his name? The IUIC, what is it? Even what's the Wi-Fi? All of them they all so-called got a different doctrine, but somehow you all agree that the MOTB is sin, and then y'all all got a different way you break down this thing being sin. That don't make sense. You know? So, hey, if you don't believe it's the micro C hip, hey, that's on you. But obviously, we know that this is all coming around to digital coin, digital dollars, which eventually is going to be inside subdermally in your skin, right? So it's Revelation chapter 13, Salakia, verse 16, and I'm going to do 17, right? 16 and 17. It says, and he called us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, right? You got the Neuralink, you got people actually buying it, using the micro C hip in their hand, purchasing things. I mean, hey, whatever. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. Save, right? You know, what did the Lord say about them that try to save their life? They should what? They're going to lose it. And he who that lose their life, which that's what we're going to do. We're going to lose everything. The ability to be able to eat, drink, have a house over our head, to be able to have the basic necessities. We're about to truly lose it all, man. It's not even going to be like the time when Peter said we lost it all. No, we're going to really lose it all, right? Because Peter at that time, remember, he went back to work. He went back to fishing, right? Where did Yahweh Shai catch him at again? He was back at his old job, fishing. It ain't no going back to our old job. You're going to lose everything, truly. The ability to do everything for Yahweh's sake. Hey, we're going to see what kind of guy you're made of, bro. Right? You can be General Yohana, right? And you got to eat, right? That's because you boy, you know what I'm saying? And no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, Karagma, Karax, Grapho, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Right? That's just that, man. And that's why this is exactly why the Lord is finna shorten the time. And that's what's happening right now. He's shortening the days. Romans 16 and 19. Wow. Hey, the Most High is bad, bro. Look at this. It says, for your obedience, see, and the Lord, we read that earlier about being obedient. If you be obedient, the Lord's going to take care of you. For your obedience is come abroad unto all men. See, and that's what we're ultimately waiting for, so that we're not speaking of ourselves. It's going to be made manifest to all men, all people, everywhere. Right? Then it should be known, who am I chosen? Not that you're going to do it on your own. Oh yeah, no. It's going to be known. It's going to be made. I am glad, therefore, on your behalf. See, the Lord's going to come speak on our behalf. The Lord's going to come and protect us. Right? But yet I would have you wise unto that which is good, right? Unto the law, statutes, commandments, unto the Yahweh Bashim Shai, the brotherhood, right? He'll have you wise unto that, man. You know what I mean? You don't come into the truth and be a nigga. You start stealing, right? You start lying. You gossiping. You being a backbiter, right? You don't come into the truth for that. You could have stayed in the world for that. That's why I said it would have been better for you if you knew not the way of truth. But that's no. Hey, bro, the Lord is bad, bro. But watch this. Look what what he said. I want to have you wise, and that's what ultimately this little small lesson. If anyone hear it, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But this one little lesson it says that which is good, wise unto that which is good, and simple concerning evil, right? So I'm telling you the simple, simplistic thing that the mark of the MOTB, the mark of the, of this beast system, right? Is the MOTB is the micro C hip. Digital coin, right? Biometrics, plain and simple. Simple. People are already doing it. And the power of peace shall bruise Satan. See? So why he's fulfilling his belly, why he's eating, why he think everything is good, and he's playing this game, right? Because where do you think they put that at? You see what they're putting it on? It's on TV, tele live vision, right? That's why I remember when I was young, they used to tell you that in the last days, which is where we're at. We're at the end of the last day. Believe only half of what you see. Believe none of what you hear, and only half of what you see. What happened to people being that type of mentality? Even in the truth, they're not saying that, right? Because it's all, bro. So now they we got to hurry up, guys. We need to hurry up, because if we don't do this, then we're going to lose the opportunity of being the world reserve currency. So I want to be able to do this and see. I know you don't want to not be Americans. We got it too good. So everybody need to rally behind this stable coin. Yeah, I mean, hey, and that might get a lot of people, bro. But the Lord's going to bruise Satan, which is our adversary, which is Esau, Edom, under your foot shortly. See, he got a short time. real shortly, he's going to be bruised under our feet. He's going to be destroyed, man. Right? Because the hands of the wicked is going to come upon them. People are going to realize this devil's MO, man. The grace of our Lord, Adawan, Yahushai, Hamashiach, be with you. Aman means so be it, man. Lord willing. Lord willing, Yahushai is with us, man. Right? So this is Matthew chapter 13, verse 20. It says, and except that the Lord, Adawan, Yahweh Basham, Yahushai Basham, Rakal Kodash, have shortened the days, those days, no flesh should be saved. Right? Speaking about the elect, man. The Lord's going to save the elect of the nation of Israel. Right? But for the elect's sake. See? Here you go. Whom he have chosen, he have shortened the days. See? And you see even scientists are saying, hey, days are being shortened. This month right here, what was the 9th already passed, which is a couple days, 3 or 4 days ago? The days are shorter now. Then I believe it's going to come again on July, was it July 22nd or something like that? Then another one in August. Then, of course, they got the one in December. Right? So a lot of days are going to become shorter. And it says, and then if any man shall say to you, lo here, right, means to look over here, look over there, lo here, and lo here is Hamashiach, or lo there, lo, yeah, or lo, he is there, believe him not. See, right? Because they that's why the Lord said, let no man take thy crown. People are going to try to duke you out of believing into something else. You know what I mean? Like vocab, he going to come, what kind of God believes in racism? Didn't you as a young black man experience racism? Do you want other people to experience the same type? You're like, no, God, I felt bad when that happened to me. Why should I want someone else to feel bad? Well, because they wanted me to feel bad, right? And if I'm hey, when I'm winning and I'm on top, you on the bottom. That's just how it works. That's why there's called the top and the bottom, right? The Lord himself said it. The first shall be last. That's Esau, Edom, starting with Amalek. You're first. Amalek is on top of the world. You're the billion, trillion, million, trillion quadruple-heirs. You're the one who got it all. You're the one who want for nothing, right? Hey, now you're gonna be last. Hey, and me who needs for everything, paycheck to paycheck, this and this and that. You know, hey, I'm on top now. Now I don't gotta live paycheck to paycheck. I'm gonna be on top. I'm gonna have the slaves. No, I don't feel bad. No, sir. No, sir. I don't feel bad. That's what they want to do. Low here, low there. They want to take your crown. No, we believe in this thing, right? But in him. But believe him not though. I'm not gonna believe you though. Because that ain't how Yahushua said he's coming back. First and foremost, he's not going to be over there in Israel like you try to say the Messiah was there already. Yeah, so this is Romans chapter 9, verse 27, which is Elias, which is Isaiah, also cried concerning Israel, though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved. See? And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the remnant being saved. You know? Hopefully I'm part of that number. But hey, even if you're not, hey, we're okay with it. Because the Lord is going to have mercy upon Israel. All of Israel shall be saved. right? Eventually, you know? But we're not going to have any quarrels about low here, low there. Or why are you shouldn't feel like that. You should, you know what I'm saying? So you mean you're going to have powers and you're going to be able to lift up a military tank and throw it? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's called faith. If all things are possible through, you know, you may say JC, but we say all things are possible through Yahweh Shai. So why wouldn't we think we will be able to do such a thing? Right? With your doubt and unbelief. And when Captain Tazariak got you, you hung your head low and then asked him to take it down from the video feed. Asked him to take it down. Showing you were defeated, man. You're defeated, bro. You're a defeated foe who keeps trying to pop up, man. It don't make no sense. For he will finish the work and cut it short. See, and that's what's happening, man. The Lord is finishing up the work right now. And he's cutting this thing short. In righteousness, right? Not in wickedness. He's doing this in righteousness, right? To save the elect. Right? Right? Save that remnant. Because a short work will, the outer one, yep, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, make upon the earth. And that's where we're at right now. The Lord is making a short work. So all things are done on earth for our sake, Lord willing. I'm part of that number. You're part of that number. Whoever is part of that number. If you're part of that, it is. But I definitely should hope that I'm part of that number, right? So with all that, I'm going to give all praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha HaKodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. To the elder apostles, bishops in Connecticut, the bishops, the preachers, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds preaching in truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, Shalom. To the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold. Hey, Shalom. To your sisters, your Akhwathiim, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. Abba Babal, Kwam Yasharallah.